Ashna and I are going to read the story, The Day Ashna Overcame Stage-fright, from the book The Magic of Love. Following the essay writing competition on the subject of creating a peaceful world, the Board of Education announced an inter-school debating competition on the same topic for students in all age groups. Since Ashna's essay had won the first prize, she was selected to represent the middle school in the 12 to 14 age group. When Ashna learned of her selection, she urgently sought out her best friend Ruhi. As soon as Ruhi saw her, she rushed up to her and congratulated her.
I'm so happy for you.
Ruhi gushed.
But I'm very nervous, Ruhi. What if I blow it?
Ashna was the picture of worry and anxiety.
I know how you feel, Ashna.
Ruhi was immediately sympathetic.
I also feel the same way before my drama performances. Oh, but you're so good on stage. You perform with such ease and confidence. No, I still feel nervous. It's just that I have learned how to deal with it thanks to the tips my friend Wise Owl gave me.
Ruhi confided.
Wise Owl?
Ashna inquired.
Yes, he lives on a tree in our backyard and always knew when I needed his help. Amazingly, he seemed to know everything about everything. We had a marvelous telepathic connection.
Then, reminiscing nostalgically, Ruhi told Ashna about her magical experiences with Wise Owl.
How did he help you overcome stage fright?
Ashna asked, bringing Ruhi's attention back to the need of the moment. Her reverie broken, Ruhi sighed wistfully. Well, first thing he said about it was that it was very important to know your stuff. Prepare and rehearse well, he said. He firmly believed that nothing could replace thorough and meticulous preparation.
Okay,
Ashna nodded.
That makes sense. He also said that no matter how nervous and fearful you are, act confident anyway. When you act confident, you eventually start to feel confident. Really? How does that work?
Ashna was somewhat skeptical.
Try it and see for yourself. It has worked well for me so far.
He affirmed reassuringly. Ashna chewed on that idea for a moment, then expressed another doubt.
But Ruhi, you have other actors on stage with you. I'll be speaking directly to a group of strangers in the auditorium, and I've never done that before.
Her voice trailed off nervously at the thought.
Well, another thing Wise Owl said was to forget that there were people looking at you. Just focus on what you have to do and be the best you can be. Yeah, easier said than done, I'm sure.
Ashna mumbled, not convinced that it was possible for her to do it. But she thanked Ruhi and promised to work on the tips she'd given her. That evening, she shared her anxiety with Nani and told her about the tips Ruhi had given her to help her overcome stage fright.
The thought of all those people looking at me, what if they boo me and make fun of me?
She ended lamely. I understand your feeling, darling. It might help you to know, though, that you are not alone in this. Everyone feels some degree of fear at the thought of appearing on stage in front of so many people. It is only natural, Nani said comfortingly. The important thing is to not let your fear get so magnified that it paralyzes you. Be aware of the fear, but carry on anyway with what you must do.
But I don't know how to do that, Nani,
Ashna said in a distressed voice. Nani thought for a while, wondering how best to help Ashna out of the bind. Okay, are you willing to try something? She finally asked.
Oh yes, I'll try anything,
Ashna pleaded. See, right now when you think about being on stage, you imagine a hall full of people looking at you mockingly and booing as you speak.
Yes,
Ashna nodded unhappily. And that frightens you.
Right,
Ashna sighed. Now, change that image in your head and visualize a different scenario, Nani suggested cheerfully. Ashna's curiosity was piqued. She started listening with interest. First, clear your head of all images, Nani directed. Now, close your eyes and imagine yourself stepping onto the stage confidently. Ashna closed her eyes and conjured up a picture of herself, making a confident entry on stage. Nani continued. Imagine looking out at a sea of friendly faces that are welcoming and encouraging you. Ashna did as she was told. Now, as vividly as you can, imagine speaking confidently and fluently. When you are done, imagine the audience clapping appreciatively as you walk off the stage. Nani paused to give Ashna time to fully imagine the scene. Slowly, Ashna began to relax.
Oh, that feels good,
she said and smiled. Now keep that image in your head and go over it every day. It will make you feel confident, and that's half the battle won. Nani smiled reassuringly as Ashna opened her eyes.
Oh, Nani, I feel strong already. Thank you,
Ashna said, heaving a sigh of relief. In the weeks that followed, Ashna remembered Ruhi's advice as given by Rizal and practiced his speech every day till she was so well prepared that she did not even need to consult her notes anymore. Additionally, every night before falling asleep, she vividly imagined herself on stage as Nani had taught her to do, speaking confidently to an audience that clapped and cheered her. As the day of the competition neared, she felt increasingly more confident. On D-Day, Ruhi accompanied Ashna to the venue where the inter-school debate competition was being held, and Ashna felt grateful to her for that. After completing the formal registration procedure and exchanging the necessary pleasantries with the school authorities, she and Ruhi went backstage to wait for her to be called on stage. When her name was announced, Ashna felt a rush of adrenaline coursing through her veins. She whispered to Ruhi,
"Wish me luck. Always."
Ruhi whispered back, pressing Ashna's hand encouragingly.
Go get 'em.
Ashna stepped onto the stage confidently as she had done multiple times in her imagination. She walked up to the center of the stage, looked directly at the judges in the front row with a friendly smile, and started to speak. Her elocution was flawless. She spoke passionately and honestly, emphasizing individual responsibility in promoting peace and peppering her speech with examples from her own personal experiences. Her heart soared when a rousing applause broke out at the end of her speech. She felt like she was walking on air as she took her place amongst the other debaters. When questions were directed at her, she fielded them deftly, precisely, and with poise, impressing the judges with her level of intellectual maturity. When the debate was over, she found a radiant Ruhi waiting for her backstage.
Ruhi, I did it!
Ashna exclaimed excitedly.
2 thumbs up, my dear.
Ruhi congratulated her.
You were awesome.
Arm in arm, they started walking towards the exit. Many people came up to them and congratulated Ashna on her speech, predicting that it was a sure win for their school. The girls exchanged glances, a secret smile playing on their lips. They knew that no matter what the result of the competition, Ashna was already a winner, and that today would go down in her life as an important milestone, for it was the day she overcame stage fright. Together, their heads held high, they exited the auditorium.